Hello there. What is going on, everyone? We've got some amazing Darth Maul previews today, except without the Darth, it's just Maul. It's the Maul DeLoreans and Maul himself. We have got all of this great stuff to take a look at today for X-Wing. This is an exciting kind of preview because I've been looking forward to see how Maul would perform in this thing, since he is one of the more iconic characters that has flown this Gauntlet fighter on screen. Also, if you guys are new here, we just got done with the big 12 days of Life Day giveaway and the lightsaber giveaway, and that was very successful. So we're not going to stop. New lightsaber giveaway starts today. That one is going to run through the end of February. And so you've got plenty of time to enter to win that. You just have to be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. It's as simple as that. So that is going to be running for a while, so make sure you enter that. Check the links in the description below. I'd love to have you jump in Discord, as well as some of the other social media links we've got down there. Check all of those out. Also, big thanks to today's sponsor, Luxury Playstyle. If you did not get what you wanted for Christmas or your favorite holiday, you can get yourself some amazing tokens. The savings aren't over. Just use code Crabbok VIP. You're going to save 15%. Get yourself some amazing X-Wing tokens. We've also got Legion tokens, L5R, all Keyforge, all kinds of different games. They're all up there. Also, orders of $35 or more are going to get a free Crabbok lightsaber nunchuck token, double-sided. They're amazing. You're going to love them. All right, so let's jump into these previews that AMG dropped. AMG dropped these over the weekend, and just with all the holiday stuff, I said, you know what, I'm going to have to wait a little bit to get the this kind of breakdown to you guys, just because it's it's a busy time of year. But I'm sure you guys were kind of busy also. Hopefully everybody had a fantastic holiday. Hopefully everybody is recovering safely and effectively. Drink lots of water. That's what I always tell people. Anybody who's been in the military knows that drink water is one of the things they love to tell you. All right, so we'll start off with, this is actually very, very interesting. So this is a Shadow Collective operator. First off, it's kind of cool seeing Shadow Collective kind of show up in both X-Wing and in Legion. We're starting to get that, that timed releases where things kind of come out for the same set of data in both games, and so that's really exciting. I'd like to think that if Armada was still going on, getting constant updates and stuff, we might have some kind of Mandalorian content pack coming out for Armada as well, which would be really cool. We do also have Gauntlet fighters in Star Wars Armada, so maybe a little squadron pack or card pack would have worked also. I think that's something AMG, if you're listening, that's a real easy one you could do. As a matter of fact, you could even hype that up right now. You could be like, hey guys, we're going to do this. All right, so the Shadow Collective Operator is a generic Initiative 1, right? Pilot Skill 1. I always say both of them because it's the 1.0 in me. But I'm going to have to let that go since we're moving into 2.5, all right? Gauntlet Fighter is just a nice... or if you haven't seen any of the previews already, it's 9 health, 2 shields, 2 agility, 3 attack out of the front, 2 in the back. This is kind of like the fire spray on lots of protein shakes. But what's really interesting about this particular one is it does not have the unique bubble in front of Shadow Collective Operator, which means this is a true generic. And we were certainly led to believe that there were not going to be any true generics. And so this is suddenly lots of wallets and pre-order credit cards cried out in terror, because you might have, depending on what point cost this ends up debuting at, you might have the strong desire to run 3 or maybe even 4 of these things. I doubt 4, but who knows, right? Who knows? If I maybe it's just the cynic in me, but there's a little part of me that thinks that what if AMG said the Shadow Collective Operator is going to come in at a lean 50 points exactly. So just to make sure, that people, buy 4 of them, right? Like wouldn't that be crazy? I don't think like a fire spray is like 62. So let's be realistic. That's probably not going to come in at 50 points. I think it'll probably be over 60, maybe 63 to 67, somewhere in there. But we'll see. I think these are going to be very expensive, but running three of them I think is definitely going to be an option, and I think I think you're going to be able to. I mean, maybe not. It might be. I don't know. I think a lot of people will be able to run three, and here's an option that maybe you can do that. So that's the interesting thing, because all of the other kind of low initiative, kind of generics we've seen were still technically unique. So other factions perhaps just aren't going to be able to do it, whereas Scum is going to be able to shine with this particular vessel. Now, we also have Rookcast at Initiative 3, the Stoic Super Commando. Rookcast is going to have before you engage, you may gain 1 strain token. While you perform a primary attack, if you are strained, you may change one of your blank or eye results to a hit result. So this is nice. So it's good if if you have a shot lined up where you don't really have to worry about too much return fire, and just to gain that strain token and kind of make your own mechanic work, because this is a two-parter. You have the option to gain a strain token, but then you also, if you're attacking and you happen to be strained, you get to change a die to a hit, which is really cool. Because it can change blanks, and that's a big deal. So I like that, because it's like, well, maybe I already got a target lock, don't need to worry about all of that other stuff. So that's cool. I don't know, man. Like part of me is like, well, if I know I'm going to be able to do this, and I'm trying to kill him, do I want to just focus, or do I want to target lock? Like, big part of me wants to target lock in this case, because hopefully I'm not getting attacked either, and so I've got that whole, like, that whole Mandalorian focus where you're just going all at, you're diving directly at him, you're going all in and saving nothing for defense. And I think this really kind of plays into that motif, and that's kind of how a lot of Mandalorian pilots and pilot abilities tend to work. So it's pretty cool. And the other thing that's cool is that you don't have to take the strain token. If you happen to have a strain token from something else, then you still get that benefit. So that much is good. So it's not like you have to take an extra strain to make this work. And of course, this is going to synergize very well with our man Maul. Love this art, by the way. Look at that. He actually just blew up the latest Halo ring. That's what that is. That's Halo. So I think he was picking up Master Chief off of Halo and blowing it up. So no, that's not Halo in the background. But Maul is there. He is the Lord of the Shadow Collective at Initiative 5. And he also has 3 Force recurring down there. So very cool. I don't know if that Maul was that strong in the Force to really warrant having 3. Like, he's really good with a lightsaber, but is he really a 3 Force character? I don't know. This is one of the where they probably just wanted to give it to him for overall strength. And maybe it represents not just the force that he has, but maybe the control that he has over everybody else too. Not just, I mean, he's strong by this point in his arc. That's for sure. He's very, very strong. But I don't know. I just never kind of viewed Maul as a 3 Force kind of character. But hey, you know what? That's okay. So he says, while you perform a coordinate action, if you choose a ship with initiative lower than yours, you may spend a Force. If you do, treat the action as white. Yes, I said white, not white, but white. Why am I saying what way? Cool whip. Anyway, you may treat that action as white, and you may coordinate 1 additional friendly ship with initiative lower than yours. Each friendly ship you coordinate this way gains a strain token. So this is really a strange place for kind of an ace like Maul, who is going to now really, like, I feel like if you're going to run him at initiative 5, you're trying to you're trying to shoot early, trying to move late, but you're trying to coordinate, and this is kind of, I mean, I guess you're going to have some more knowledge because you're going to be coordinating people who've already moved, and maybe you've already kind of seen what kind of shot they're going to have, and like, hey, you know what, this guy really needs a target lock. Oh no, this guy really needs a focus. Both of these guys, both of my wingmen really need focuses. Okay, so I look at this and I think, like, Maul wants to fly alongside a couple of Fang fighters, but it's a little bit tricky because some of the best Fang fighters are not initiative lower than Maul. So it's like, do we do we ditch Fenrau and old Tarok, or and I really wanted old Tarok to fly with Maul, but they're the same, because I believe he was supposed to be Maul, like from that preview when Maul said he was like Old Master or something like that, and they had to kind of change it. So but they wanted the pilot ability in there. So I don't know. So maybe we'll run him with some of the lower initiative fangs, but he's also going to work well with Rookcast, because Rookcast is A, lower initiative than Maul, and B, gets a benefit off of having a strain. So that's actually really cool. So now Rookcast can go ahead and he can be like, "Hey, I moved in here. I'll take a focus," and then Maul can be like, "Oh, we'll take a target lock also." And now you're guaranteed, like if you have, now you're guaranteed to get lots and lots of damage. I say guaranteed. I guess you could roll all blanks and re-roll and have all blanks again, and then just change one. You're guaranteed at least one damage. I think is the only thing you're guaranteed. But he's a lower initiative. So again, you make this work. You have to survive long enough to make the shot. With, of course, 9 hull and 2 shields, you'll probably survive long enough to make that shot. So I think it definitely works. I think it's a kind of a reckless, ruthless type of play style where it's like, I don't care. You can't kill me. I'm going to get right in your face, and we're going to blow you up. And there's nothing you can do about it. So I think it's going to be really fun. I think this was a good selection of ships to show together, because Maul works so well with Rookcast. Or maybe you're just going to go a little bit cheaper on the point spectrum and get a true generic Gauntlet fighter. All right, guys, that is going to do it for today's previews. Let me know what you guys think. What do you like best? What do you want to run Maul with? Do you think he should run with like Skull Squadron or Cad Solus or just some zealous recruits and maybe run, try and see how many fangs you can fit to run with Maul? Do you run maybe 2 gauntlets in the same build? Do you run 3? A lot of that's going to be decisions that we'll be able to make once we see the points cost, but I think it's going to be fun, and we'll have to stay tuned for more. We should be hopefully getting, points and everything in about 2 months, maybe less. All right. Well, that's going to do it. I will talk to you guys later. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Big thanks to my patrons. You guys are truly amazing and true warriors for the dark side, or the light side if you prefer. Always remember, when crafting your lightsaber, don't forget the power cell. Otherwise, it will not turn on.